Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. And today's question comes from one of our YouTube subscribers. And today's question is a great one, and I'm so happy it was asked. It is, should you ever share about your twin flame journey or what you're doing on your twin flame journey with your twin flame? This is just a basic thing everyone should know regarding the twin flame journey. This actually leads to, ties into probably the biggest mistake people make while on their twin flame journeys. And so we'll get into this in just a second. But first, I want to remind you that if you would like any help, no matter where you are in your journey, no matter what your budget is, no matter what's going on in your specific situation, if you would like any help with where you are, with anything I discuss in this video or we discuss in any of our videos or anything that you're just experiencing with, if you just like to speak with someone for a free, quick 15-minute call, or if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I do have one space available for a private coaching, bespoke, custom experience. This is where I work with students one-on-one. I only take a handful of them at a time. It's for a 12-month period. It is very intense. It helps you move along your journey super fast, and also help you with not just your twin flame journey and twin flame aspect of your life, but in all areas of your life. We help it improve, and you just get a custom, bespoke, private coaching experience package, custom tailored to what suits you best. And so we have one-on-one coaching package. One is available with myself, and then we have them available with coaches as well. And these are for people, obviously, who are willing to invest the time, energy, and money for such an intense experience and custom-built, created experience, as well as people who, just prefer more privacy and more one-on-one attention than our group coaching program has. But if that's not you, our group coaching programs are 100% successful as well, and they're amazing, and they do the job just as well. So it's all a matter of preference and what your current situation allows. So definitely check out all of the links below this video. We have something for everyone, something for every budget, every situation. Where you are in your journey, where you are is totally perfect. If you're interested in any of the coaching programs or one-on-one coaching, custom coaching experiences, definitely you want to click the link for the free Clarity Consultation, and we can lead you where to go depending on what you're interested in and what best fits you from there. Okay, so back to the question of the week. And should you share what you're doing on this journey with your twin flame? Direct answer right away is no, you should not. That is because, first of all, well, there's many reasons. First of all, talking about this journey with your twin flame or anyone is, first of all, it takes away from the sanctity and sacredness of it. This is a sacred journey. This is the most sacred bond you will ever have with anyone. And I'm talking about the bond with your soul, with yourself, which is obviously is your twin flame, but this is the most sacred thing. This is a journey between you and your soul. And it therefore is no one else's business. It's sacred. It's not to be talked about or discussed or gossiped or bitched about or complained about with other people. And this leads to the biggest mistake I see happening that everyone makes on this journey until they work with us and therefore know better, is they're out there on, even with random people on like forums and social media and whatever, talking about their twin flame and their twin flame journey. And while it's human nature to want to communicate and discuss things, that urge or that human nature-ness, that feeling that you want to discuss things or you feel the need to discuss things with people, that is fear-based energy. Because human nature, human traits, human things are part of the physical world and are fear-based, just by definition. So you do not want to be sharing this with anyone. And that's especially any strangers on social media or whatever. But your twin flame either. And why is that? Because you have been endowed and blessed, believe it or not, with the push energy, which means it is up to you. You have the responsibility of knowing, of learning, of becoming conscious of what is going on in this journey. That is your role here. That is your responsibility, your job, your power. Your twin flame has the pull energy. And so, yes, your twin flame plays a very important and significant and specific role here as well, and has a job to do. And that is to show you more and more of your fear-based energy and more of yourself that you need to see and you need to balance out and you need to align with in order, and you need to actually, ultimately, that's loving yourself, love, in order to advance along this journey. And every time that your twin flame is magnetized in, it brings more and more opportunities for you to see. They show you more of yourself that you need to see, basically. So that is their role. But your role is to do this work. Your role is to know this. And your role is not to interfere with their role or even be concerned with how they come in or why or whatever. They're not even actually intentionally doing anything. Your soul is magnetizing them in every time they come in, or it's your fear-based push energy, and then your pull energy, which is the pull twin flame, is causing them to leave whenever they leave, right? Your twin flame's not actually intentionally doing anything. And just like you're not intentionally making this journey happen either, right? It's all under the power and dominion of what your soul is doing. And so your relationship with your soul from your side, from your half of the twin flameness, is to learn what you're learning here, is to shift closer into alignment with your soul, is to learn to love and accept yourself. All the parts that usually are, not really evident, that your twin flame shows to you. That's your job, is to embrace all of that. And that is your job. And in so doing, you pull your twin flame along into alignment as well. But your twin flame, notice, isn't doing any of this work. Your twin flame doesn't know this. Your twin flame doesn't need to know this. And that's by design. That's supposed to be that way. It's because they have their job to do and you have yours. And like I said, this is the most sacred bond there is. And so you, even discussing it with the physical form of your twin flame, reducing it to physical, verbal communication is bringing in fear-based energy, because verbal communication is fear-based energy. Your soul doesn't need words to communicate at all. So, that's all fear-based physical world level. You don't want to bring this journey down to that level. This journey takes place on the level of the soul, which is so much more sacred, so much more, just above and higher and greater than anything in this physical world could even describe of it. There's no words to even describe what you're doing here. It just cheapens it. It lessens it. So that's the first reason why you don't want to share it with your twin flame, or anyone for that matter. Now, the second reason is because anytime that you discuss it, anytime that you do bring it down to a physical world communicative level, or, discuss it at all, what you're doing, like I said, is you're introducing it into fear-based energy, and you're bringing fear-based energy into your journey. And remember, what we're doing here is not trying to have fear-based energy here. We're trying to balance it out, which means we're trying to diminish the fear-based energy. So if we keep introducing more fear-based energy into it by discussing it, then all that does is feed and build up the same exact fear-based energy we're trying to diminish and not feed, right? So doing so works against what you need to do in this journey, what the whole point of this journey is. And that's to no longer feed your fear-based energy. And so discussing this, and especially with the twin flame, causes your fear-based push energy to feed and feed and feed. Any urge that you would feel, any desire you would feel, any thought you would have to talk about this with your twin flame, that right there, that urge, that desire, that thought, right there is your fear-based push energy. So you never want to give into it. You don't want to feed it more. Giving into it feeds it more. And so you don't want to do that in any situation that your fear-based energy comes in. But, for specifics of this video, by talking about your journey with your twin flame doesn't have to know in their mind what's going on. Just like you don't have to know in your mind what's going on. You're watching these videos to try to get to know in your mind what's going on. And this does feed your fear-based energy to that extent. But, hopefully with these videos, this will get you into like more consciousness and more aware of what's going on, so that you will resonate with the truth of it, so that then you will know where to get help to then help you then stop feeding the fear-based energy that watching videos and accumulating information in your mind is doing. It's not a journey of the mind. You don't have to know anything in your mind about this. This is all about resonance. In fact, all this truth you already know. You are this truth, You are this truth. Your soul is truth. And so your soul already is all knowing and knows all of this. So all really this is doing is trying to get you to remember, and remembering not in your mind, but on your soul level is resonance. And so that's why you'll notice in most of our videos, truth is truth. It doesn't change. It just is truth. We're like broken records. We repeat the same things over and over again. And so that's because the more you hear it, eventually your soul's going to remember and you're going to have a resonance with it. And then you're going to know when you're ready that this is truth. And so that's all you need is a resonance on your soul level. And just like you don't need to know this in your mind, it doesn't have to make sense in your mind. You don't have to figure anything out in your mind. That's all fear-based energy. And it's irrelevant. This journey far surpasses and transcends anything that your mind could ever possibly make sense of or conceive of. The same thing with your twin flame and their mind. This doesn't take place on their mind either. So they don't have to know anything about this in their mind. It's irrelevant, and it feeds the fear-based push energy that you do not want to feed. So that's the answer to this question. No, you do not want to share anything about this journey with your twin flame. You don't even need to tell your twin flame that you're twin flames. There's no need for that to even be a label. What that really is a label that obviously for us to communicate in 3D with you, we have to come up with a label for it, which is twin flames. We didn't come up with the label. Obviously, it was around before we were around. But, so we have to have words to communicate. But really, all words are just labels. And all labels are limitation. And, the word twin flame, or the words, I guess they're two words, twin flames doesn't give justice or even begin to even scratch the surface of describing what this is. There's no words to describe it. It's not going to make sense to anyone on a physical level in words, really. Unless they're actually experiencing this, no one can grasp this. No one can understand this. No one can understand it in their mind at all. The only reason why you might understand what I'm saying is because you're resonating with it on the soul level in some way right now. And that's because your soul is ready and your soul has led you here. But people who, first of all, the pull twin flames are not led here, right? For a reason, because they don't need to resonate with this. This is not their role, their job. That's not the point of it. And people who aren't even experiencing a twin flame journey aren't led here either. Why? Because they're not going to resonate. It's just not going to jive. It's not going to make sense. They are not ready to yet. They will. They will in this lifetime or the next. They will. Everyone needs to go through their twin flame journey. Everyone has and is a twin flame. And this is a rite to ascension. But, it's not everyone is ready. Not everyone is there yet. And that's perfect. Everyone's exactly where they're meant to be in every moment. And that's perfect. But you are too. And, so really you need to honor and appreciate and really get the sanctity of where you are. Every present moment of where you are right now, where you are in every now moment is perfect. And it doesn't matter what your mind believes or knows. It doesn't matter what anyone else believes or knows at all. It's perfect. All you need to know is that when you're present, that's it. That's everything. You are everything. You're the entire universe right there in your presence. And you're perfect. You're a perfect being. You're a perfect being, a soul. And it doesn't matter what words you put to it. It doesn't matter what your mind makes of it or analyzes it or what logic it makes or anything else or what anyone else's opinion is or if they understand or if they get what you're going through or anything like that, including your twin flame. Because none of that matters. This transcends all of that. This is not happening on that level of physical world interaction. It just isn't. So no, you do not want to discuss what's going on with your journey, with your twin flame or anyone else. And there's one more point I will make about this. And that is, think about the reason why you would want to share this with your twin flame. Why? Really be honest, really dig deep here and try to figure out why. Why, if you feel like you should share this with your twin flame, or you desire to share this with your twin flame, or why? Why should your twin flame know this? Why do you care if your twin flame knows this or not? Your twin flames, it's not going to make them feel any better. They're blissfully unaware, and that's not going to, why? If you're honest with yourself, you will know. It's for one reason and one reason only. It's because you want to get some kind of reaction from telling your twin flame that you're twin flames, or all the work that you're doing for the both of you on this journey. You want to get some kind of a reaction. Your fear-based energy wants to get a hit and a feed. That would be a reaction, a physical reaction from your twin flame about it. Your twin flame will probably think you're crazy on the physical level at some point. At first. They could be like, what? I mean, maybe they'll believe it, and be like, yeah, that makes some sense. But, they're not going to be able to resonate with what all of this is, because they weren't privy to this side of it, because this is the push side of it. This is the part that you're destined to know and to work with and to be conscious of. Their side is what they're destined to be conscious of. And so, and it works in synergistically beautifully, and it fits together beautifully. And so it doesn't matter what in their physical experience they know or are told about this or anything. The only reason you would have any desire or think you should mention anything to your twin flame about it is for them to get a reaction, some kind of reaction from them. And most likely your fear-based energy is looking for a reaction of like gratitude or awe, or them being like, wow, we're so connected. We are twin flames. You're the only one for me, and stuff like that. And what is that? That's just feeding your fear-based push energy. First of all, that's only words. And remember, talk is so cheap in this journey. Talk is the cheapest thing. You hear it all the time. Talk is cheap, but it's true. That is truth when it comes to this journey. Talk is completely cheap. It means nothing. Words mean nothing. They are just forms of limitation, which are forms of fear, meant to try to define and box and categorize certain things that the word stands for. But even words are limiting, because, for example, the twin flame journey doesn't even begin to cover all that this is, right? Or the word love doesn't begin to cover all of what love is. Or your word soul doesn't begin to cover all of what your soul is. So really, whenever you have an urge to share anything, about anything that you're doing, about your truth, about your integrity, really take a pause, even no matter who it's with. And, try to really be honest with yourself and see why do I even want this person to know this? It's because you're trying to get some kind of reaction from them. And wanting to get any kind of reaction from anyone else is always fear-based energy. So there's just a tip for you regarding anything in life, and any situation in life, and any person in life. So I hope this answered that question. Thanks so much for watching. Keep sending your questions in for question of the week. We will get to them in future videos. We promise. And remember, click all the links. Check out all the links below the video. We have something for everyone. We have packages. We have coaching sessions. We have free clarity consultations. We have books. We have downloads. And yes, we have availability to work one-on-one in a custom private coaching experience like nothing you've ever experienced before, where only a handful of people at any given time are privy enough and privileged enough to be able to do this. We have one space available. And of course, we have our amazing Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program available as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week and lots of love.